Hey team, it's Dr. George here, and today is the last day of 2022. So I thought I'd put together a little brief video on my guide to staying alive in 2023. It's been a crazy time, it's been a crazy year, and I think that we sometimes get really bogged down in a lot of the details, but there are some very simple things that we can do to stay alive. Firstly, let me show you this slide of the leading causes of death for age groups within Australia. As you can see here, there's a lot of detail, but let's just concentrate on some of the more important parts. For young people, the leading cause of death, and we're saying from 15 through to the mid-40s, is suicide. Mental health is key, and a lot of people have struggled the past few years with mental health, and there's many factors, but let's face it, COVID, stress, monetary stuff, relationship breakdowns, a lot of this stuff has been going on, and it's so important. We need to address mental health, and one of the key ways you can do this is let somebody know. Talk with your doctor, talk with your GP and let them know if you are struggling, because there are many options that are available to you. This includes things like psychology. This includes things for some people like medications. For many people, just acknowledging that you're not doing well and then talking with people who can help you will make a massive difference. It doesn't always have to be about medications. And we know simple things can make a big difference to mental health. Daily exercise can make a big difference to mental health. Getting good food into your diet can make a big difference. But I think one of the biggest predictors for long life and happiness is a sense of community and a sense of connection. Not easy at times, but it is worth reaching out to the people around you who care and love about you and finding groups of community. I say this all of the time to my patients. They're like, I can never find anybody to hang out with, and I'm always, I want that perfect person in my life. Let it be said that I believe in activities. Find an activity that you really enjoy, then find a group of people to share it with. It's really straightforward, whether that be for me knitting. I have a great group of people that I'm engaged with, both online and in real life with my hobbies, but it might be sport, it might be cycling, it might be gardening. Whatever it is, find a group of people to engage with. And that sounds a little bit hard, say, card stacking is your particular group of things, and it's a bit of a solitary thing, and you go, well, I could never meet a group of people who were into that. Well, you have many options. You can go online, go onto YouTube, find a group of people who do card stacking online and just start engaging with the group. Reddit is fantastic, can be crazy at times, but it's a good one. Engage with people in the comment sections of YouTube channels that are particularly about card stacking. And then find out if there are people within your local area, say Melbourne, Sydney, wherever, that are into card stacking, and say, hey, let's grab a coffee and stack cards together. You never know. One of those people might just float your boat and you may make a brand new friend or more. But even if you don't find the love of your life, you find a group of people that you can hang out with, and that is huge. Community engagement is a massive predictor for mental health. Now, if we look further back into the slide, the other thing is car accidents. People die in car accidents all of the time. So please wear a seatbelt. Please be careful when you drive. And if you have had substances, if you've had alcohol, please don't drive. Get public transport or get somebody else to drive you. Pre-planning makes a big difference and literally saves people's lives. As we move forward though, beyond 45, this is where inflammatory diseases increase. And this is heart attacks, strokes, diabetes. All of these things are very pro-inflammatory diseases. And so the key recommendations that I would say in these cases is you need to start really focusing in on how can I improve my cardiovascular health. And the key things are, don't do things that are pro-inflammatory. So smoking is a big thing, and it is a huge predictor for inflammation in the body. Avoiding COVID and other inflammatory diseases, very important. So please, when you can, get your COVID vaccines, because we know that COVID increases inflammation in the body, and this greatly increases the chance of heart attack, stroke, but also mental health issues as well. So please consider getting all of your vaccines, your flu shot, your COVID shot, tetanus shot if you're out in the garden. Talk with your doctor. They can absolutely help you with that. Other things that you can do to help reduce your inflammation in the body is movement, daily movement, about 30 minutes. You'll notice I didn't say join a gym. Gyms absolutely rake it in this time of the year. People go for a couple of weeks and then they continue paying for months and months and months, and then they go, oh shit, I better stop paying. But you don't have to do that. You can go for a walk. You can download a YouTube video and do some online yoga. You can just dance to the rhythm of your own drum in your living room. Whatever floats your boat, keep those muscles moving. And the biggest group of muscles to move is your legs. They're huge and they drive many metabolic processes in the body. When you're using your legs, your sex hormones work better, your testosterone and your estrogen works way better. Insulin works way better, and the chances of developing diabetes drops off very quickly. Pre-diabetes can be cured with physical movement. It makes a massive difference, so get out there and get moving. Other things is eating well and keeping your weight down as well. You can be healthy and you can be heavy. Absolutely. I'm not going to bring that onto the table, but by keeping moving and keeping the waistline in. So the big thing is that for men is that we tend to deposit fat on the inside of the abdomen. This is where it is most risky for developing heart attacks and clots and pro-inflammatory causes. So you want to keep your waistline in. So if you're doing your daily movement and you're not overeating with every meal, you should notice that your waistline, your belt is coming in a little bit, or even your underpants are getting a little bit looser because your butt's not as big. But these are all good indicators of movement. And it doesn't have to be 30 minutes in a row. It can be incidental. You could do 10 minutes walking to the bus to get to work. One of the things that I incorporated into my life this year, well, 2022, was I get off the stop on the train about 4 stops early, and it gives me a lovely half-hour walk into work. And it's a good time for me to clear my mind, and I also grab a coffee on the way, and it, got my music going, got my groove going. It just starts my day so much better. So cardiovascular disease, it's modifiable. Don't smoke, get your vaccines and get that butt moving. Makes a massive difference. Let's go back to the slide. As you can see, other things start showing up like lung cancer, breast cancer, dementia, other cancers in the body. So now as you're getting older, it's worth talking with your doctor about screening tests. So have you had a heart health test? And that can be very simple. It's as simple as taking your blood pressure, talking about your family history and whether they've had heart attacks, but also consider maybe getting a tracing of your heart. And if there's anything looking weird, maybe a brief chat with a cardiologist, or to have a review on like an exercise bike and see what your heart does under pressure. But the simple things are first. Check your blood pressure, check your cholesterol, and just make sure they're okay. For young'uns, you probably need to do it once or twice from the age of 35, but from the age of 45, I would recommend doing it every year. Also, get a skin check. This is Australia, people. We all grew up under the sun. From your 50s onwards, that's a great time that those skin cancers that you may have developed or at least been exposed to the UV radiation as a kid, now's when those cancers start to show up. So get a skin check every year. If you're over the age of 50, the government's going to start sending you those little poo checker kits. Get them done. If your insurance allows it, have a talk with your doctor about getting a colonoscopy. That's kind of the golden standard. If you have a colonoscopy, they can find polyps. Finding a polyp and removing it is stopping a cancer from developing. So it's these simple screening things. If you are female, if you have female friends, talk to them. Have you had your breasts checked? Do you know what your breasts feel like? Do you know when the last time was that you had a mammogram and got that checked out? For guys, prostate cancer is worth considering. If you have issues with peeing, if you're having issues in the waterworks, have a talk with your doctor. It might be worth considering getting the blood test to check your prostate enzymes. Generally, we don't need to do the physical exam unless something weird is going on. Now, for my friends, and let's face it, a lot of my work is gay men's health. Please get your sexual health screening done. Consider protective things that you can do, like, are you on PrEP? If you're living with HIV, have you spoken with your doctor and are you happy with your current treatments for HIV? These are very important things, particularly with the HIV treatments. These are medicines you're going to be taking for a long period of time, and they can have side effects. So it's important, engage with your doctor, make sure that they're checking your blood pressure, make sure that they're checking your cholesterol levels, and we've got to keep all of that inflammation down. HIV is another one of these pro-inflammatory diseases, and we have to do our best to reduce that inflammation. So look, this is a little bit of a heavy topic, but now's the time to have the conversation when people are motivated. So key factors, if I'm going to wrap this up, key factors to staying alive in 2023, I would say, look after your mood, talk with people, talk with your doctor if you're having a bad time, engage with your friends, engage with your family, find a group of people that you can connect with. Keep physically moving. Movement is the key to reducing your risk of heart attacks, reducing your risk of stroke, reducing your risk of diabetes. These are all very pro-inflammatory states, and by reducing those, we're reducing your chances of a sudden cardiac death, heart attack, stroke, all of those nasties. Eat well. Get your 2 pieces of fruit every day, get some serves of vegetables every day. You don't have to finish the plate every time. Keep that waistline, in a nice range. Thinner waistline, that's lesser belt line, does actually reduce your cardiovascular risk as well. But the key is have a doctor, have somebody to help guide you. It can be a little bit complex, and yes, this video was ridiculously complex and I apologize for that, but having somebody to guide you through the process, like a GP that you care and trust about, is a great way to start. So here's to an amazing 2023. Let's start the year on a positive note, and I wish you the absolute best and that best health you can achieve for the next 365 days. Stay healthy, team. Bye.